Welcome back to the Uterine Nurse. I'm Michelle, a OBGYN nurse practitioner. Here at the Uterine Nurse, we talk about all things women health, specifically perimenopause and menopause, and lifestyle of a high-value, mature womanhood. So, in this video, we're going to kind of piggyback off of the first one where we talked about what is perimenopause, menopause, and why do we care? And now we're going to talk about what to expect during perimenopause and menopause. So in the previous video, I discussed about how menopause is when you go without your menstrual cycle for 12 months, 12 consecutive months. So that means if you have your cycle on month 11 and day 25, it restarts the whole clock, sis, okay? So it's 12 consecutive months. And basically what that's showing is that your ovaries are ceasing function naturally. There are other ways ovaries can cease function, right? So we got, primary ovarian insufficiency, any type of chemo, can cause you to go into early menopause as well. We're just talking about like normal physiological cessation of menstruation from your ovaries ceasing production of estrogen. But in the process of that, and we talked about how, average age is 51, 52. In the process of that, you have symptoms associated with this estrogen drop-off. So you have your classic vasomotor symptoms, hot flashes, night sweats, temperature instability. There's theories about how estrogen affects your internal thermometer, your internal hypothalamus, and how that affects your temperature regulation, which is why women will get hot flashes and night sweats. But primarily it's gonna affect your menstruation. So women will come in and start complaining of like symptoms of changes to their menstrual cycle. It's lasting a little bit longer, it's coming a little bit sooner, it's a little heavier, it's a little lighter. There's all these like subtleties that happen, and you have to talk with your healthcare provider to kind of pick through what these are. Other symptoms with estrogen drop-off, vaginal dryness, atrophy of the labia where it thins out. All those things can contribute to, and so you can have discomfort during intercourse, which can lead to decreased libido, and estrogen drop-offs can lead to decreased libido anyways. So there's a myriad of symptoms. Those are kind of like the classic symptoms, but then there's other things that you might notice, but you don't attribute to perimenopause or menopausal symptoms. Dryness, skin dryness, eye dryness, hair thinning, your skin losing its elasticity to it. There's all these different things. Our coping ability. Estrogen is a buffer for our fight or flight response, our central nervous system. So when that estrogen drops off, a woman's ability to cope becomes more difficult, which is why you might hear old wives' tales of like, yeah, grandma or mom or my auntie, they went through that period where they just got crazy. They're not crazy. They literally physiologically cannot cope with things that they prior to coped with just fine. There's an actual physiological component that's happening. And it's all person dependent. Genetics, where you are in your life, the support system you have, your diet, your activity. Another symptom is weight, inability to lose weight. Regardless of activity and diet, they complain about weight. And they complain not just about weight, but where the weight is. So there's different types of adipose tissue. There's subcutaneous that, is on your arms or maybe around your legs. And then there's this visceral weight that's kind of internal around our organs. And it's to protect our organs and provide cushion from like blunt trauma. But it also is where a lot of women in perimenopause and menopause hold on to their weight. So they'll get all this central abdominal weight that they're having difficulty losing. And the way you work out has to change to be able to accommodate that. And I can talk about different things and treatments later, but these are just what to look out for, what to notice when someone is going through perimenopause or menopause, and when to bring in your healthcare provider to work with you on managing the symptoms. And not everyone is going to manage them the same or going to need the same treatments. And I can talk about that another time too, on how to decide if or when you need treatment and what are those treatment options. There's just so much that goes into it. So that's kind of a snapshot of like, what is perimenopause? Why do we care? How to know you are going through it, what to expect when you're going through perimenopause and menopause. What are some symptoms that present because of that? So I hope this was helpful. And I'm looking forward to continuing to make more content and information on this topic that I'm very passionate about. And I'm open to answering any and all questions related to it. And like I always say, this is not a substitute for talking to your healthcare provider, but this is definitely some advocacy and solid information out there on the web to give you to start this journey in caring for yourself. So have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.